I want to go through your journey in sports broadcasting, your mental health journey, but also what it's like being this outspoken voice. But what I start with everyone is, what does mental health mean to you?
Look, and I think our journeys are all different, right? But the reason why I spoke out about it, first of all, God blessed me with the ability to communicate. Mm-hmm. Not too much other things I'm blessed with, but I can communicate. So I did, like, how are we supposed to talk about it if we don't have the words to talk about it? I'm not your teacher. I'm not your therapist. I'm not clergy. I'm just a dude who's fucked up, who's learned how to be good with his fucked upness. Mm-hmm. So let me give you words. But my journey is different. I am clinical depression, anxiety, ADHD, bipolar, OCD, anxiety. Other than that, I'm a model of stability. But
you got everything you asked for there.
And for years, I hid it. You know, I'd come on Fox as the Glaze and do this, and I thought that's all people liked. And I didn't have any self-worth, man. I didn't have any sense of worthy of being loved. And I saw you say that in your interview with Oprah, and I'm like, that was me, dude. I felt that. Man, I felt that in my bones. And same thing, like, why does everybody else? And then you start thinking, I must be a horrible person. I must have done terrible thing. And the roommates in my head do not get along well at all. Yeah. It's atrocious. But sports and a sports locker room is perfect for me because we're all fucked up. Yeah. Right? You can't be great and not have some crazies, I like to say. And for years I was helping guys. You know, I've trained guys in mixed martial arts starting in 2007 with Jared Allen and on. And we would have, and me and like the fighters I trained with, Randy Couture and Chuck Liddell, we'd sit and we'd finish up beating the shit out of each other in the cage, and we would sit under these teardrop bags in my old gym, Unbreakable. Like me and Randy, like we'd start crying about stuff and open up and mark her. Wow. We'd cry. We were vulnerable because no one's questioning our manhood.
Right. You guys are beating the shit out of each other. So
yeah. So then I'm like, why are more people not doing this? But these players over the years, I've trained 1,000 of them or upwards of in every sport.
Right.
It was that vulnerability, you know, that really that was a special part of those relationships. And I was trained guys. I've never made a dime from training anybody ever. I just wanted to help make people great. I just loved it. But it was that bond. And what I didn't know, what I didn't realize is for me, there's certain things that helps right me between the ears. And one of those is having teams. So here I am, like putting my body on the line, training all these players and fighters and this. I just needed teams, you know, I needed, you know, and I when I go and give talks about this, I'm like, my Fox NFL Sunday team is a team. My God is a team. My rescue dogs are teams. Like there's so many different teammates out there, but that's why my teams really help me. And listen, people also looking, oh man, you've done this. Your life's great. My life is great.
Yeah.
But between my ears sucks. And I didn't sign up for this shit. You know, like it's not fair. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, but I could sit back and let it kick my ass. I could be up there with the fake mask, or I could start fighting back. So about 6 years ago, I decided I'm going to fight back. And thank God I did.
Yeah. And I know people look at me because I had struggled with those suicidal thoughts and alcoholism. They say the word courage. And in the beginning, I was like, I just didn't have a fucking choice. I was either going to take my life or ask for help. But the more I've worked in this and met thousands of people just like you have, when someone asks for help and is willing to be vulnerable, that is courageous. Yeah. And you don't realize maybe in that moment when you're asking for help for the first time, but you're going to help so many people around you. And what you've done publicly in those last 6 years, from writing the book to you guys even having conversations on set.
Yeah. When Lane Johnson fell off, you know, and drove past the stadium, drove to Oklahoma, the Eagles didn't know how to deal with it, called me and got him back. But not only that, I'm like, I talk about teams helping me, but being of service really helps.
Yep.
Because when those roommates in my head tell me what a piece of shit I am, and I'm being of service, it's kind of like my way of fighting back. Like, maybe I'm not so bad. I can't be this bad.
Yeah.
So I told Lane, like, dude, the best thing you could do is open up, because I guarantee you'll have all these cats, not just play across from you, who are sitting next to you in these locker rooms that don't even know. And you start doing this, you're being of service, Lane, it'll fill you up. And it was scary for the world. He got it, showed up. That's the first time people really seen, like, you know, big burly dude. And the two of us on Fox NFL Sunday was like 5 years ago. And he opened up, and that day, man, he got hundreds and hundreds of messages from all these guys he played against, like we said. And he's been on a great journey since. But it's allowed us also, whenever I have other guys I find out in the Eagles, I've helped, and I'll go, hey, well, there's a couple guys that I am helping, and they'll help you. And it is Lane, and it's AJ Brown, and it's you know, and it's great, and it's building those teams. But I'll tell you the biggest thing if I can.
Yeah, go.
And it's not like mental health for me wasn't just opening up. Because I've now opened up, it's allowed me to go after some sort of healing as hard as I do anything else. Like I am fucking relentless as shit.
Yeah.
And like I have no talent, no skill, I have nothing, but I go that way.
I think you're pretty talented, you know, with what you do work-wise now. Okay.
I just go that way. I know how to get knocked down and keep getting up and knocked down and keep getting them back. And that's all I got. And so I'm doing the same thing here. And the biggest thing that's helped me when I go and give talks now is I started saying, man, I want to turn my mental health into mental wealth. And how I've been able to do that is all the same shit I used to hide from. My depression, anxiety, my ADHD. I did a deep dive in the last 2 years maybe of where did they actually serve me in my life and where were they my superpower? And if they help me, then I don't need to be ashamed anymore. I don't need to hide in the corner of my room in a fetal position, which I would do at 2 o'clock in the morning for no, and that's the shit people don't see about the mental health side of it. Yeah. Right? Like,
well,
it's the shame.
It's the nights I had, drunk walking on a bridge for home from after games. I'd cry myself to sleep for years at 2 a.m. going through that shit of, I don't want to be here. No one's going to love me. I know you found new love and I want to get into that in a sec, but like that self-love, when you don't have it for yourself and you don't know how to ask for help or what to do, you're kind of fucked on your own until you say something.
And that's where depression, like I had, I still don't know how to love myself from the inside out. We're talking about that. I'm working on it, but I don't. So because of that, it motivated me and got me to be so relentless to go do all these great things and push myself so far to go do all these great things to maybe get love from the outside in and then hope they meet in the middle. And like what the world doesn't know, the first 11 years of my career, there's no NFL Insiders back then, and there's no internet or anything. Right. I was making $9,450 a year. My first 11 years, getting turned. I know, holy
That's
shit.
That's media.
$450, 3 installments of $150 a year from New York One TV, and a free car service, and eventually I got hired by the New York Post to write a weekly NFL Insider column, and it was $9,000 a year. It was $250 a story for like 40 weeks. If what I was bringing to the table was good. And if it wasn't, the editor, Greg Gallo, wouldn't have it. And then also I'd go down to $150 for the year. And it was absolutely fucking brutal, right? But what I tell people, and so for 11 years, I am trying to get hired for a full-time job. And I'm getting turned down. And if I didn't have this depression, I wouldn't be here because the depression told me I was worthless. So every time I got turned down, I was like, yeah, of course I got turned down. Yep. I'm supposed to get turned down. I'm a piece of shit. Absolutely. And it kept me going. Yeah. Like you see, I get choked up still talking about it, dude. Like, cause I still feel bad for that guy who thinks that way. But without it, I would have tapped out a long time. If I had this high sense of self-worth, after 5 months, I would have been like, fuck this shit. Yeah. I'm going to go find something else. I'm going to go be a fucking knuckle dragger and a leg breaker. I don't know. Like or like anxiety. Like I suck in calm, but I'm fucking great in chaos. Terrible in calm. And I used to beat up myself for being like that. Or like ADHD. I can't sit in a lecture for 3 hours, but I could do 6 things at once. And I was told I had a learning disability growing up. I'm like, no, I don't. I just don't learn the way you teach.
Right. It's boring. Right? Sorry, I can't sit
Can't
there.
do it, right?
No.
So that's helped me, an awful lot of now really see where they've helped me. And I still, it's practicing. You gotta be relentless. And some days you feel it, some days you don't. You got to do it all the time.